Number 12, a sales warrior can sell anything by breaking it down into small decisions. In the climbing world, there's something called a pitch. A pitch is the length of a climb that can be protected by one rope. So a typical rock climb would have a bunch of different pitches. The climber would climb up the length of a rope, drive a wedge into the rock to support their weight, and then climb up the next pitch until he gets to the end of the rope. And then the next pitch and the next, and on it goes until they reach the top. This serves two purposes. It's to make sure the climber is always protected by a rope connected to the rock, but it's also to break up the climb. Think about it. You're standing at the bottom of this huge rock face staring upwards, and you can't even see the top. That's an overwhelming thought. So rock climbers have this mantra: just focus on the next pitch. Just focus on the next pitch. This is a powerful idea that all sales warriors take to heart. It's about one step, one decision, one customer at a time. It's about accomplishing the next step in the sale, then the next, then the next. You can't focus on the top of the mountain. That just creates this anxiety-filled state of mind. I've seen salespeople look at their quota for the month, and it just freezes them up. Instead, I tell them to focus on the next step in the sale. It's about focusing on everyday wins. So what's one way you can win every day? Maybe that means making that follow-up call you've been putting off. Or maybe it's about actively handling that objection instead of letting it pass you by. Or maybe it's about conquering your fear of talking to high-level purchasers and picking up the phone. When you feel overwhelmed, the brain essentially shuts down. It stops regulating a chemical called cortisol, which controls things like your energy level, how well you sleep, and your blood pressure. So you feel drained, your immune system doesn't work properly, and you're more likely to get headaches and crushing anxiety. And when you feel overwhelmed by decisions, you transfer that emotion to your prospects. So how do you avoid all that? You break it down into smaller decisions. You focus on the next pitch. And when that becomes your mantra, you're embodying the beliefs of a sales warrior.
So 12 is a sales warrior can sell anything by breaking it down into small decisions. And so I love this in concept, but Jason, can you share what some of those small decisions would be?
Yes, I mean this one is so important. I mean, again, let's just hear it out loud again. A sales warrior can sell anything by breaking it down into small decisions. You know, you and I, we actually adapted this one going through the neuro-linguistic programming training that we did. One of our belief systems that we learned is that a person can master anything by breaking it down into small chunks. And so when I first heard that, I really liked that idea, and I believe that's the same thing when it comes to selling. And so, you know, there are these decisions people have to make. I mean, one decision is do I need to make a change? Another decision is, do I feel safe in the economy right now? Another decision is, do I believe I can afford it? Are the financial benefits there? Another decision is, do I believe in the product? Another decision is, do I believe in the brand of the company that I'm buying from? You know, another decision is, do I believe it'll improve my life? Do I believe that if I buy now, then it's worth buying now, or I'm gonna miss out if I don't buy now? There's so many different decisions that people are kind of making along the way. And my belief system is that a customer is doing this with or without you. And so if you, as a sales warrior, can break down all of the decisions into bite-sized chunks, then you can focus on one decision and the next decision and the next decision. And that, to me, is how you can make those everyday wins. And so, for example, one of the things that we do when we coach salespeople is we say, you know what, let's redefine what a sale really means. There's all kinds of sales. And of course, there's the big sale that we all want, which is we got the customer to say yes, and we got them to sign the DocuSign. We get that. That's what we want. But there's a lot of mini sales that we can get along the way. We can get them to say yes, that they're going to leave their current supplier. We got them to say yes, that they believe in your price. They got them to say yes, that they believe in your product and your brand and your company's value and all these different things. And so going forward, give yourself the gift of everyday wins and everyday sales by breaking every single major cell you have into small mini cells, or therefore mini decisions.
I love this. And Jason, I've heard you say before that when you go back and analyze any sale that you haven't closed, you then are able to realize that you had missed one of those smaller decisions along the way.
That's exactly right, Mary. And I will tell you, it's one of the best things that you can do is right now, just make a list of all the different decisions that you feel like your customers need to make before they can make the main decision, which is to go with you. And then going forward, make it your goal that you are closing those decisions one after another. And last, every time that you pause a sale and it's not moving forward with you, go back to that list of decisions and figure out which one have you not closed.